To the Pacific now, and each year the Fred Hollows Foundation carries out hundreds of eye operations around the Pacific, bringing the gift of sight to an estimated 80,000 people in the region who are blind.
And earlier this year, a team of specialists were in Samoa to perform these modern miracles.
77-year-old Lucia Vaipuna's waiting with family for an eye operation. The grandmother from Savai'i can't remember when she started going blind, only that it's been years and it's been difficult to live with.
She gets frustrated at times. A lot of things that she was able to do, like as I said, weeding, washing, doing things independently. I think it was very frustrating that there was a time when she can't do that.
Lucia is one of nearly 90 locals who'll get eye operations for cataracts at this clinic. It's surgery which will restore the gift of sight to many.
80% of the surgeries done are cataracts. Most of those are due to age, some are due to trauma and some are diabetic.
The operations here are made possible through funds from the Fred Hollows Foundation in New Zealand, but the medical team are from the Pacific. It's led by Foundation-trained eye doctor, Dr. Mundo Galo from Fiji, and also includes local nurses who have been trained especially for this role. For locals, possibly the most difficult thing for them is just getting here.
Transport is mainly the problem, costs them a lot of money. Most of them, they rely on their farms and things like that for their daily livings. So unless we go out and reach them, they will never come unless they will get blind.
One of those who's managed to get here despite the obstacles is father of 6 Toese Esau. He's hoping Dr. Ngalo can restore sight to his only good eye.
He has cataract now, really dense cataract of the left eye, and that's the only eye because the other eye was already been damaged a few years back. So the left eye is the only chance now, and I'm trying to do him and give him a bit of vision. I can't promise a really clear one, but there's a good chance he might see well again with this surgery.
Surgery complete, the outlook's good.
No complications at all, so that's a good sign. We have put in a lens there. And I'm definitely sure if there's nothing wrong at the back of the eye, he will see really clearly tomorrow.
Time for Tawese to see his youngest child for the first time in his life. The outreach team performed 89 operations in just 4 days in Savai'i. Another clinic's planned for later in the year. But the long-term dream is to get an eye doctor based in Savai'i.
Maybe in the next 5-10 years, Savai'i will have their own ophthalmologist, so they can book their patients and do daily operations in Savai'i. So with that, so we don't have to rely too much on visiting outreach team.
Meanwhile, Lucia Vaipuna's back home and happy to be able to see again.
But it was so wonderful when she said, wow, I can see the houses along the road, I can see the trees, my goodness, I can even see the sea. And I thought, oh my God, isn't this a miracle?
Absolute blessing. Well, stay with us. Coming up after the break, what the Pacific arm of the Mana Party has planned for the Pacific community.
And the digital workshop that's opening doors to a future in technology.